Hi guys. Wait a few minutes. Hi. What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Benny. Benny. Hey. Hey. Come here. Happy Friday, friends. Today, I want to share a quick little exciting new thing in my life that I am going to talk endlessly about because this is life-changing for me, for the world, and I don't know why no one talks about these things. Maybe they just don't know, but you will soon. I want to talk about amino acids and how they are crucial for everything. Our bodies are made of amino acids, and amino acid deficiency is running rampant, and people need to fix the root of the problem, any addiction, any mindset issues, emotional, mental, physical issues. Literally everything comes down to amino acids because they are the actual building blocks of hormones, neurotransmitters, proteins in our body. So the muscles, everything in our body is made from amino acids. And I've but about a week ago, I started an amino acid protocol, and I feel amazing. This is life-changing. This has made me realize that all this shit that people talk about, just raise your vibration, just shift your mindset to manifest. Listen, that stuff's real. That's true. Your thoughts create. But when you are so depleted in neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, epinephrine, norepinephrine, GABA, when your body is out of whack and out of balance, you can't just change your thoughts or stop eating shitty food or, just vibe higher. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. I'm living it. I'm experiencing it. It's been what the hell is wrong with me? I know all of the things that I should do, that I need to do. Why can I not just do it? Why is sugar so hard to stop eating? Your body is craving the things that it needs to get your brain where it needs to be. So when people are craving sugar, you're craving that because you are depleted in things like serotonin and dopamine and catecholamines like epinephrine and norepinephrine. So you are seeking out substances to balance you out, but we're looking in the wrong place. So we have lifestyles of perpetual amino acid depletion. It starts as a kid. If we have a dramatic or traumatic childhood, you are becoming out of balance with that. We are becoming out of balance and depleted with all the excuses of foods that are available to us. We can't even really call it food. There's no nutritional value in most everything right now. Even fruits and vegetables and meats. We are living and swimming in a toxic soup of an environment right now that nothing is supplying adequate nutrition. And so just to get back to a baseline of just a bare minimum of what we need to live a healthy life, I'm finding that supplementing with amino acids and doing an evaluation of what you really need and taking the things that you need as your foundational building blocks, you can't, gosh, you guys, I'm having a hard time even piecing this together in words because it's so profound. You can't get to a baseline when you are so severely depleted and all the food is depleted, and supplementing amino acids gets you back up to the base of where you need to be. And then with good nutrition, I mean, you should be eating good nutrition while you are taking supplements. But the supplements are only meant to be temporary. How many people are stuck on all kinds of different vitamins and supplements and minerals for the entirety of their lives? That's not the point. That is not what they're supposed to be intended for. We shouldn't be supplementing vitamins and pills and everything for the rest of our lives. The coolest thing about amino acids is you take them until you get back to a place where you can get what you need from your foods to maintain a healthy state. And everybody with depression, anxiety, any addiction, alcohol, drugs, foods, they all come down to amino acid deficiencies. Every single one, every single time. I promise you this. So if you have depression and serotonin levels are like non-existent, that means you have low tryptophan. You have to have tryptophan, which gets synthesized into serotonin and melatonin. So are you having a hard time sleeping? Troubles falling asleep? You know, your monkey mind is going off. You just wake up all the time, in the middle of the night. Your brain can't produce melatonin without the necessary ingredients, if you will, to create it. It doesn't come out of nowhere. You have to have something from our diet to make it. And that something is tryptophan. And tryptophan is not in fruits and vegetables. You are never going to get all of the essential amino acids that you need from fruits and vegetables. You just aren't. They don't exist. It's not possible. So either if you want to live the vegetarian lifestyle, like God forbid the vegan lifestyle, but you have to take amino acids. And even then you're just kind of prolonging the inevitable of health issues. But how many people are on antidepressants right now? Like how many people are on anti-anxiety medications or the barbiturates and it's mind-numbing to think about how many people are on thyroid medications when all you need is amino acids and some iodine and some zinc. We have to start thinking about what the body needs and really start to get to the root of the issues. That's been my like never-ending search right now. What is the root? What is the root cause of everything going on? There's only a few things. There's only a couple things that really it all boils down to. Amino acids are one of those like missing keys, the missing piece of the puzzle that I had been looking for. And so many other things fall into line. Your hormones are made from amino acids. How many people have hormones out of whack right now? I mean, it becomes this vicious downward cycle, this spiral out of control of like, you feel like shit. So you go eat crappy food and then that depletes you even more. So, and then it just becomes worse and worse and worse. And then people start getting diseases and then you're put on drugs and that makes you even worse. And it's spun out of control right now. It has spun out of control. What kind of amino acids? That's a great question. So there's typically 5 that people really need, but not everybody needs everything. So that's why it's a really good idea to take the questionnaire and really evaluate where you are, what you need, what kind of cravings do you have, what kind of things trigger you to eat bad foods. So there's a lot to this, but it's like complicated yet really simple. So there's tryptophan, tyrosine, phenylalanine, GABA, and I'm sorry, what's the 5th one? Let me look. Phenylalanine, tryptophan, tyrosine, GABA, and where is it? Oh, glutamine. That's it. Glutamine is very helpful for blood sugar levels. So if you are insulin resistant or diabetic, the glutamine, and you get sugar cravings, glutamine, L-glutamine is fantastic for that. So I take the L-glutamine, I take the phenylalanine and the GABA and the tyrosine and the tryptophan because I was so depleted in everything. It's no wonder I was struggling to feel good. It was no wonder I was struggling to manifest and create the things that I want. I was stuck in this cycle of like just feeling so stuck. Like, why do I have no motivation? Why do I have no energy? Why does it seem so easy to raise our thoughts and energy and just think positive, but yet it wasn't that easy. And I had no idea. I was so deficient. And then it's one of those things that they work within like 1 to 10 minutes. You notice the effects instantly. So then you're like, wow, this is working. There's something to this. And it keeps your motivation up to keep going. Whereas like, I can't even tell you how many supplements I've wasted money on and you take for months and then you find out, well, that wasn't working for me. I guess that's not what I needed. I just spent time and money on something that was useless. Not with amino acids. You know right away. And you know if you've taken too much, it'll have the opposite effect of feeling good. So these are literally going to change so many lives. And nobody knows about this. Nobody talks about it. I can't say nobody. Okay, that's too extreme. People do know about this, but not enough. Not enough. I never see. Maybe some people do talk about this, but I've never seen anybody in the health and wellness world, the food, nutrition wars, or the addiction world. I've never seen anybody talk about amino acids. Why is that? This needs to be public, widespread knowledge. This isn't something that is just like, well, maybe it works for some and not for others. Like, no, this works for everybody because everybody is made of amino acids. Everybody's hormones, everybody's bio and neurochemicals, everybody's muscles and tissues and cells. We are constructed of amino acids. So when you don't have amino acids, you're more prone to injuries. For example, working out. Your body can't restore, the tissues for the ligaments and the tendons and the muscles. You can heal from injuries better with amino acids. Like, and there's more than just these 5. Like, these are just the ones that I'm taking. But these are like the main ones to address things like mood, emotions, addictions, and everything kind of stems off of that. There's 20 amino acids. There's 8 essential ones, meaning you have to get it from food. So, no, not L-carosine, L-tyrosine. There's tyrosine. I'll type it in. Tyrosine and glutamine, hang on, and tryptophan. Tryptophan for me is the most profound of them, and GABA. GABA is a amino acid and also a neurotransmitter. So I've seen arguments about like GABA's doesn't cross the blood-brain barrier, but the thing is it's both. It's a neurotransmitter and it's an amino acid. So, what else? Oh, phenylalanine. And I'll post a lot more about this stuff now because this is like my topic du jour now. I'm going to create posts with, on each of these and generalized, and I mean, I've got all kinds of stuff I want to share. So there's D-phenylalanine, there's L-phenylalanine, there is also with tryptophan, there's also 5-HTP, but I've heard some things that, it's not, that one is a little trickier. If you take 5-HTP, you cannot take that if you're on antidepressants, because that can cause, I can't recall the exact term, but it's when you have a serotonin overload and you can get very sick and you can die, and you don't want to have a massive surge of serotonin. It has adverse effects. So everything is in balance. Everything has a fine balance. It's everything in our body is trying to find homeostasis and the right ratio and balance of everything. So the coolest thing about the amino acids is right away when you're at that feel good threshold. And then if you cross it, you feel bad again. But you can fix that with vitamin C. So it can be turned around. And also, you don't have to take these forever. They say like 3 months to a year. It depends how much you need to take and how long you take. It depends on how depleted you are, and of course what you're eating. Are you eating enough nutrients to supply your body with adequate protein and amino acids as well? So everyone's going to be different, and the responsibility is really in each individual's hands to assess and reassess as time goes on. You don't have to like taper off of them like drugs, such as antidepressants. I've been on antidepressants. They are horrible. They are miserable. And getting off them is a nightmare. Getting off of antidepressants is one of the hardest things I've been through. Well, I've been through a lot of hard stuff, but when it comes to substances, that one was a nightmare. It gave me what they call brain shakes. It was like this zapping wave, like pulse through my brain. People have died trying to come off things like antipsychotics and anti-anxiety meds. So with the amino acids, if you just cut them out cold turkey, no big deal. No big deal. Because these are considered food. These are considered nutrition for your body. These aren't just supplementing you to make up for what you're not getting in your food. These are actually feeding your brain and feeding your body and rebuilding your body. There's a brand, I haven't tried this one yet. I can't even remember the name, but there's a formulation that someone came up with of all 8 essential amino acids in like the perfect ratio to start rebuilding your body. And it rebuilds your muscles and your bones and everything that is depleted. And like it for lack of better terms, it's, like the holes in your body are getting filled in. Not that there's like actual holes, but I mean, there might be, especially in like the bone matrix. But we are so depleted in so many ways. And when you're just putting bandages on bullet holes and wounds, like you're not actually healing it. You're not getting to the root of the cause of the problem. And you're never going to be able to drink enough bone broth or eat enough meat to get you back to an adequate level if you've been depleted for your entire life. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And so how you take them, for example, I've got phenylalanine here. Well, I've got them all with me. I have to take them like 3 to 4 times a day. You put it under your tongue and drink a little water and you swish it in your mouth. So you swish for, I don't know, a minute and a half, and it absorbs straight into your bloodstream and into your body. That way, if you have a leaky gut and poor digestive tract, which most of us also do these days, it still gets absorbed properly into your body. And the glutamine is also good for helping to repair the gut. Everything in your body starts to repair with amino acids. Everything. So it almost feels like a quick way. I mean, it's not quick. Obviously, it's not quick, but a direct way to fix all the damages done. All the years of eating shitty and taking pills and, self-abusing substances and the mental, emotional traumas that deplete you, and just bad self-talk. And I mean, there's a million ways that people are becoming depleted in amino acids and neurotransmitters. And the fix is so simple. It's so easy. There's a woman, Julia Ross, who I've been listening to a lot of her videos on the amino acids. And she started out her career as an alcohol therapist. She's a psychotherapist, and she was specializing in addiction treatments. And her clinic, their relapse rate was like 100%. And then she found out about amino acids and started implementing this with her patients and clients, and her relapse rate dropped to 0. This needs to be known in the addiction world, in the alcoholic world, in the drug addict world. This is something to get people off of the substances. This needs to be known in the autism world, because this can help autistic kids and like children who are thrown on ADD medicine and Ritalin and all this shit. Like, these kids need nutrients, not chemicals and toxins and poisons thrown at their bodies. They've already been poisoned. That's the reason they're acting out, and that's the reason they're having troubles in the first place. What sense does it make to put poison in the body? You think poison and chemicals are going to heal the body? Amino acids aren't chemicals. These are building blocks of our bodies. They, like in meat, the protein you eat in the meat is made of amino acids, and your body is supposed to break it down into its rudimentary, components, the amino acids, and then reformulate them in your body using like vitamins and minerals, coenzymes, to structure your body and repair it wherever it needs. And nobody's getting enough amino acids to even do this. So, and then let alone if you have bad digestion and you're eating healthy, right? But you're not able to digest your foods, you're not able to break them down, then you're not going to get the amino acids. You're not going to get the nutrients in your food. I've also started taking hydrochloric acid when I eat, because I know I had low stomach acid. In fact, I think a lot more people have low stomach acid than anybody realizes. And that's another one of those things that just doesn't get talked about. People are on this like acid alkaline fad, and it's garbage. It's totally trash. It makes no sense at all whatsoever. Each fluid in your body has a different pH. If you have an alkaline stomach, you have a lot of problems. Our stomachs should not be alkaline ever. They are acidic. You need acid in your stomach to digest your foods, to get the nutrients from them, to get the amino acids, to keep your body in a healthy state. So this is definitely a multifaceted issue, but the amino acids are like my most exciting thing I've ever discovered in my life, and they are helping me so fast in such a big way that I'm not going to shut up about this. This is such a simple solution. It's so simple and it's so profound. And I'm going to help people with this. Hi. I'm going to help people with this. I'm kind of rebranding myself right now. I'm restructuring my coaching and my whole thing. I've got a new idea for a really cool coaching, like 3-month plan, where I'm going to get people on an amino acid protocol, based on their individual needs. And we're going to do a detox. We're going to do the amino acids, and we're going to do weekly coaching so the coaching addresses like the mental emotional aspect, and then nutrition. We have to get people on proper nutrition, and that's also going to vary and differ per person. But at the end of the day, you have to cut out the carbs and the gluten, all the bad carbs. Like rice is vastly different than wheat. Right now, the wheat is poisoned. All of it. all of it. Unless you're growing it in your backyard and processing your own wheat berries, everything is contaminated. So I don't think people have a gluten intolerance. I think they have a poison and glyphosate intolerance. You have to cut out, you have to find the things that are affecting you negatively. I had just shared a post, my last post, about the eggs. I'm cutting out egg whites. I have no idea how much or if they're affecting me negatively. So you have to cut things out and then give yourself some time and then reintroduce them and see how your body reacts. So I want to help people find the foods that work best for them. People are going to have to be open-minded. You might have to try the carnivore diet in my coaching program. Give it a couple months. You never know what eating only meat, eggs, and butter is going to do for you until you try it. You don't know. We have to separate the fat and the meat and the protein from the carbs and sugar. Carbs typically are going to be metabolized into sugar in the body. So the body has two metabolite systems, if you will. There's two pathways to metabolize your foods, and that's part of the problem with people. It triggers what's called the Randle cycle. You can't metabolize fats and sugars at the same time. So the body goes into chaos and it starts storing it as fat and it turns into fatty liver, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, diabetes, obesity, all kinds of problems right now. So this 3-month program, I'm going to have a really thorough 3-month program, heavily focused on amino acids. The entire thing is going to be customized to each person because nobody's the same. There cannot be any one size fits all, we're going to do this with everyone. No, we're going to find what food fits for you, what amino acids fit for you. We're going to do some detoxing, and we're going to get your mind in the right place too, because you have to know that you can heal. You have to start reducing the stress in your life. And to be honest, the stress just falls away when you have amino acid, when you are in a proper neurochemical state of mind. I don't think that's a real phrase, but I just made it up. But yeah, it's a lot easier to not feel stressed when you have adequate GABA and adequate serotonin. And ever since I've started taking them, I'm just even keeled. Things don't really bug me as much. I've had people try to there's a lot of crazy people right now. I've had people just be weird. Okay, for example, last night, this car make a right turn and the road is 2 lanes, and this car sped up around me and then gets up to the car in the lane that I'm in front of me and then hits their brakes and slows down and paces this car. Just in fully intentional. And that usually would have pissed me off. That usually would have been rage building inside me, this guy's a total jerk, what is he doing? But last night I was well, I don't have anywhere to be, this guy's got the problem. And I was oh wow, it's not bugging me. People are just getting crazy, and if they have their crazy moments, I'm just all right. And that's big for me. That's really big for me. This is the coolest thing I've ever come across. I don't feel like I'm in a slump anymore. I don't have the sugar cravings anymore. And it's the coolest thing. If you get that craving, if you're I need comfort foods, I need sugar, I need carbs, go take amino acids instead. Go get some glutamine in your system. Go take some GABA and some tryptophan. And the cravings are gone, right away. You just don't need that stuff. You just don't want it. Your body will start to want the healthy foods. You don't even have to try to fight these cravings. You don't even have to battle the sugar. The battle is over, you guys. I found the remedy. I swear this is This is one of those things that, like, I guess it's, it's buried because it works. It doesn't, the stuff that actually works doesn't get the limelight, does it? So, I had to share this. I had to get it out. And if you want to get some help with this, please message me. Let me know. We can start you on the questionnaire and some of the paperwork, and it'll just be a free assessment. But then if you need the guidance and everything, then we can move forward from there. But it's definitely something to look into. Research the amino acids. Research it yourself. I can't emphasize it enough. I am obsessed with this now. I listen to videos all day about amino acids, and people need help. People need help drastically right now. So many people are depressed. So many people are living in fear. So many people are hooked on substances that they just cannot get off of. It's not as easy as just eat different. Just quit the drugs. Just stop drinking. Just blah, blah, blah. No. Maybe for you, maybe for some people, it's just that easy. But you know what? As somebody who has been an addict, someone who has dealt with the food addictions and substance abuse and emotional neglect and abuse, and I mean, I've been through it. I understand. I know how hard it is. I know how insidious it is. And this is the solution. It's a little emotional for me because in 30 plus years of struggling, and all it takes is some simple amino acids and it all goes away. All right, guys, I'm going to put up some posts about this too. So I hope you guys share this video and spread the word. Send people to my profile or, to my inbox, and let's start spreading the word about amino acids, and let's start helping the world and each other and fixing all the wrongs that have been done to us. All the wrongs, meaning all the chemicals and pills and all of the trash food and everything has been intentional to deplete us and keep us sick and just keep us in that low mental state, in that low frequencies where you are stuck and you can't manifest what you want in your life. This is trash. We are spiritual, powerful beings, and they have created this mess intentionally to keep us from living magical lives that we're all deserving of and entitled to. Nope, not anymore. Not anymore. We're gonna change the world, friends. We're gonna change lives. We're gonna help people heal. And yeah, this is my life mission. This is it. This is it. Amino acids, guys. So I will talk to you all soon, and I hope you have a fabulous Friday. Enjoy the day. Go outside. Get some sunshine. Get some fresh air. Breathe oxygen. Don't wear masks. Have a good day.